And welcome to the Minnow Corp Set 37 Grand Finals. I'm Axo. I'm joined by Rocket. How are you feeling for the finals?
I am hyped as hype can ever be. We are looking at a wonderful grand finals here. Tidal Disruption, who we already saw earlier, punch their ticket into grand finals, and on the other side, facing them, Xiphias, who managed to best the hybrid family in a three-game series. But now we are in the grand finals now, looking at best of five, in our first match that is awaiting us is Manta Maria. What are your thoughts on this map, Axo?
Well, it's a hit and miss because on one side, it's an amazing map for mid and the first checkpoint. But then you've got pushing to the end, which it can be very difficult to do unless you get really good. But apart from that, the defending team, when you get to that area, it can be really, either cramped, and the defensive team has a very good advantage over you. So you have to be really careful when you enter that bottom pit. Ew.
Yeah, even at the first checkpoint as well, I like to think that the elevated position that the defenders have over that checkpoint can be really oppressive as well, just being very difficult to get through. It's going to be really fascinating to see what these two teams bring in to counter that and to kind of help dislodge or disorientate the defending team. Like, for instance, maybe you would use a Booyah Bomb or more commonly Tri-Strikes here, but I wouldn't be surprised either if we see any use of bubble here as well, just to create more space, just to be able to develop these pushes. But enough of speculation, we are going straight into things. Game number one, get ready, ladies and gentlemen, get ready, all of you watching here. We are moving straight into game one. Let's see what we have in store for us.
Yeah, with one team, with Power Destruction, we see a pencil again, like we saw last time, but with Xiphias, we see a common and a custom well string. Very interesting comp we can see, especially on this map right here. See, we got the Poison Center and Wave Breaker. Also, we see a lot of sharking from that carbon. See, Xiphias getting that first initial pop, very beneficial on this map. Now the strike's already been popped, and the Rapid Pro managing to get a pick. Two down for Xiphias already, and Tidal Destruction grabbing the Rainmaker.
Yeah, they're off to a roll already, and I just want to mention a little bit, we didn't mention it, but Xiphias comp, actually, never mind, just let me get interrupted by a wonderful forward kick there from Jose on the Carbon Roller, just ending the push right there, right in its place for Tidal Disruption, and off of the back of that, they are looking right to straight back, but they will get taken down by a Tri-Strike, and not even letting me get out what I was trying to say, but what I was trying to say was, interestingly enough, look at the comp that we have for Xiphias. We have a Wellstring, we have a Carbon, and we have a Tri-Slosher. Very close orientated weapons then already. They are just continuing to punch back with force.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems to be working in their favor. Did you see how much kills they just got? Obviously, three going down, and both teams having that first checkpoint. The checkpoint duel actually see, but obviously getting interrupted by the splash. I think. Obviously now as if you're getting that tight lead, but it's very shallow. So they need to either secure it, otherwise that lead is going to be in very great danger. But they did actually manage to deepen it a bit more, just going forward straight to that wall. That by around 15.
Yeah, and already we are seeing the great pushing ability of both of these teams. We are seeing how their comps are meant to function. We're seeing Jose again on the Carbon trying to cause damage, will not find much value there out of that. Tri-Strikes are available for the side of Tile Disruption to really try to get into this great pick there onto Amanda. The bucket on the side of Xiphias there. That could open up an opportunity, but no, members of Xiphias will come down, and Jose continuing to show the damage that they can have on that Carbon, getting a triple right there. It seems like they have been a very good key and very vital to Xiphias' push.
Yeah, actually, Xiphias now trying to open up another push with one down on Tidal Destruction. Now two. See, they're going for the Rainmaker knockout, and they get it. What
Oh
a
my
match.
goodness. Just straight in full force off of the back of their wonderful just individual plays, but not only that, but their aggression and ability to counterattack was just shown on point there. We are in for a series for sure, as Xiphias will take game one in this 5-game series, but we just saw how aggressive their comp can be with the dynamic duo of that Carbon, of the Tri-Slosher, and just how oppressive it is.
Yeah, that was one hell of a match. Even with, as you said, Xiphias' comp, even the custom Welshing, that played really well into just relocate, how to make Tidal Destruction relocate as they would put the Wave Breaker. Obviously, going into Wave 2, we are now seeing, I believe, Robo Roman. What do you think of this?
I honestly think that Xiphias should just run it back with the same comp. I mean, that's just I think Robo Ramen can suit these weapons well of what they did. Obviously, you won't have as many advantages and corners to play with in terms of if you're talking about the usage of the carbon, but I feel like you can get around that with there's unique geometry, at least in mid, that I think the carbon will do well in. If you switch over for the side of Tidal Disruption, I think they also stay pretty steady as well. Maybe they make some minor changes here and there because we have seen how Tidal Disruption plays their comp. They play it really well with having those two backliners of the pencil, of having the pencil and the rapid blaster. And I think those weapons will suit them well here, especially on a really narrow path that Robo Ramen displays.
Yeah, obviously, and as you said, the carbon just playing to the unique geometry. We're going to be seeing a lot of that as it can utilize those two underpasses really well. Going into game two, let's have a look at what these comps are. Believe, oh, we're having the Octopus
Ooh,
Nouveau instead of the Rapid Pro.
ooh.
No, Rapid Deco actually. We are seeing partially the same comp from Xiphias as well. Obviously having that mid decapitator as well, which would be very useful. Obviously now going to mid, let's see what those comps will do.
Yeah, also Keely as well. On the side of Tidal Disruption, the you see Churi switching to that brush as well, which is a very interesting pick here to really counter the two weapons that Xiphias has, having that mid decapitator like you mentioned earlier, but also bringing back and rolling back with that carbon. We see already though Tidal Disruption are just trying to go for that first strike, already trying to get towards that first checkpoint. However, with 3 players down, it is just Churi left on the side of Tidal Disruption, just having to run for the hills. Won't manage to get out in time. It will be a delayed wipe. A great Zuka shot there from Jose. What a shot right there to further complicate things for Tidal Disruption. And now, off of the backs of that, the bubble is popped, and the first checkpoint will be taken by Xiphias.
Yeah, another great push for Xiphias. They're just trying to hold on to
Ooh.
the Rainmaker right now, just playing passive aggressively because they can't really make a good push. Strike's being popped just to displace that Rainmaker even more. Probably pushing it back into mid, but the mid comes in trying to get that pick. Failing in the process, the Rainmaker may be going down. It does go down, so Tyler Sargent may have another chance at trying to secure this lead.
Yeah, Misato for Tidal Destruction gets a key double kill there on that mid decapitator on the Rainmaker carrier, and off of the back of that, Tidal Destruction are able to rally and try to take back some control of mid here of the map, as they will take down the two aggressive members of Xiphias here, the frontline weapons. Another great pick there for Misato. They are just on a roll here, and now off of the back of that, they are looking straight for the checkpoint goal. They will take down Jose there, and they will actually get denied just short of the goal from that wave breaker here, but it might look like they will end up getting the checkpoint pop.
Yeah, strikes just being popped just to fasten that process. But as you can see right now, the tactical has just been cancelled. But the Xiphias trying to defend Final Destruction from actually making an initial push. We're seeing the same amount of passive aggression from Tidal Destruction as we saw earlier from Xiphias. They what a push, but unfortunately 1 point short of acquiring that lead. Xiphias now grabbing the Rainmaker, trying to push Tidal Destruction back, probably out of mid and into their own base, just so then they can hopefully easen the difference between the both teams' scores. Obviously see now strikes being popped and the tactical are very helpful when trying to acquire picks, and both teams having some very good splashing
Ooh.
opportunities right here. The Rainmaker also being lost as I speak. Inkstorm being popped as well. This is one match.
Oh, the Octo Brush didn't cause damage, but on the other side, also damage being had. And just off of the back of that, Tidal Disruption will snatch the lead from Xiphias, just off of purely the oppressive nature of that Octo Brush, just continuing to cause so much damage, getting that multi-kill. And now with a minute and 30 left, still plenty of time for Xiphias to work with. They have to really start to develop momentum here. However, we're going 2 players down. That pencil in mid there for Tidal Disruption is just not letting anything pass.
Yeah, as you can see, it's very good at defending what it already has. The Rainmaker can't really seem to push anymore. Going down, it did already have a wave echo as well, which I thought would be very beneficial just to get rid of any other teammates. Sorry, Tidal Destruction just managing to get the Rainmaker again, pushing slowly to the checkpoint, but unfortunately going down at 14 remaining. Xiphias really need to up their game just so they can either at least contest with this lead.
Yeah, but what a hill to climb. 45 seconds left and not a lot of time to work with at all. Not a lot of map to work with as well. They really need to start developing their specials to really find an opening. The decaf quickly taken down. That's not a good sign. Jose will manage to find a trade. They are taken out as well off of the back of his tri-strikes. Will go out to continue to make things worse for Xiphias, and they just are being so pushed far back because of the amount of specials in use here. However, the mid decapitator going around the side will find some value here. However, the Rainmaker does not have a lot of time on it. They will have to go in eventually. The time really difference, only 1 second difference between the game time and the Rainmaker time, but the Rainmaker is keenly taken out here, and that will probably just about do it for Xiphias' chance. The wipeout there just to secure it as well, and just like that, a punchback from Tidal Disruption, evening things up 1-1. We are in for a series here, Axel.
Yeah, that was one hell of a round two. As you saw right there, Tidal Disruption did not take that first win like a joke. They are here to just take this crown and go. So as we saw there, the Octo Brush obviously taking some really key kills, especially denying lots of things and allowing that first initial push to I guess allow Tidal Disruption to surpass Xiphias in the lead. But obviously, throughout that match, I'm not sure if we saw much of the Carbon utilizing the geometry and underpasses of the map like we predicted. But now, going into Scorch Gorge, this one's interesting. How would you say you're with this map?
Well, I think some things are going to stay the same, but I'm expecting a lot more changes than we've seen so far, Axo. I'm expecting a little bit of a mix from what we see. It's going to be interesting to see if Tidal Disruption does stay on that Octo Brush because it seemed to work so well for them. We see them not going with the vanilla Octo Brush, but I like the alternate choice that they chose, having that Squid Beacon, having Inkstorm, being able to create that momentum off of the back of that. Conversely, on the other side, taking a look at what Xiphias ran, I don't hate it at all if they ran the same comp on their side, because having that mid decapitator shield is so crucial on a map, and especially on a map like Scorch Gorge, where I was talking about narrow pathways in ROM-en, Robo ROM-en, but the path here is even more close, and let's just see if they will stick to that.
Yeah, you're talking about, you know, always being narrow, and also with that left checkpoint, you can see how a bubble can really benefit from denying any team from going through that initial route. Going into this match right now, though, we can see instead a gold dynamo being pulled out instead of the usual carbon roller. I wonder how this one's going to play out. Same from Tidal Disruption, though.
Yeah, maybe just trying to go for that more like displacement playstyle, just being able to create so much control with the giant swing of the Dynamo Roller and what it possesses. If you take a look at what Tidal Disruption are running, they are still running the same comp, still running that alternate version of the Octo Brush, which I like a lot here. But so far, mid is completely up for grabs. It seems like Xiphias does have the slight upper hand on the back of this. They are just waiting for an opportunity to strike, and this Dynamo Roller, Jose is already in great position. However, they will get taken down off of the back of those tri-strikes. The pencil for them continuing to try to contest, and just like that, Tidal Disruption will end up losing the Rainmaker, and Xiphias is now on the back foot.
Yeah, obviously, as we saw there, the pencil just managing to deny mo most of the access from, you know, Xiphias trying to push through. Well, now, as we see here, Xiphias just can't really make that first initial push because the defense of Tidal Disruption very good, very nice. However, we'll see that they now are able to.
Ooh.
Can they get that checkpoint? Right? Yes, they can actually. But now, as we see here, we're not sure what's gonna happen now because anything can happen between this part. This part of the map is what I was talking about. That is very thin, and you know, not really much can get through in or out of it if you have the right defense. Xiphias grabbing the Rainmaker though. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen now.
Yeah, off of the back of that, they were able to just go straight in and extend their lead up to the 42-point mark. But this is where the weapons of Xiphias can be deadly. The Dynamo Roller can cover so much of that lane, basically the entire narrow choke point right there. But Tidal Disruption have a strong position here with that incline, and they will manage to at least take back their base a little bit. But the Rainmaker is quickly taken away by a good flank by the Tri-Slosher, continuing to try to cause damage. They will get pincered down, but off of the back of that, the rest of Xiphias will manage to rally towards this Rainmaker. The Dynamo in a key position will find one off of that swing, and just the amount of range and area coverage that the Dynamo has is just so dangerous to deal with. We already see it being used to great effect here, but the Rainmaker will end up getting reset, so now momentum will shift back a little bit, and we are reset basically back to neutral with a little bit less than half of the match to go.
Yeah, as you can see, the Tidal Disruption having more control mid. Hopefully they can start their own push. As you can see right now, they have 0 points acquired. Not even the 10 points. But the strikes being pulled right now, this could be a crucial moment for Tidal Disruption with 2 down on the other team, now 1 down. But, you know, maybe they can find their rhythm and hopefully push through to see if they can bypass Xiphias and get that checkpoint done.
Yeah, and that needs to happen soon here. They will make... Ooh, a beautiful shot there from the Jet to deny any advance further from that member of Tidal Disruption. But with Minnow being the last player for Tidal Disruption, they will just have to fall back and wait for their team to rally to them. Mid control is up in the air in terms of both teams. Amon will try to take the fight with the pencil, will manage to find the trade at the very minimum, but with 1 player down, it still is looking like Tidal Disruption does have a little bit of an advantage in terms of in control in the mid here. Churyu on that Octobrush, just trying to find an opportunity to strike, just trying to open up things for their team to get this push. But with a minute left, that push needs to happen soon.
Yeah, I agree with that because Jose on that Dynamo very lethal, as you can see there. How going down, 2 down, 2 down for Tidal Disruption. That's not a good sign if you want to get that last push, especially if you're missing that checkpoint, which is the key part of this. The chance being popped, but 2 down for Xiphias. We're seeing right now, if Tidal Disruption have found their rhythm, they have control of mid. They just need to get through, but the tri-social from Iman taking that Rainmaker, deny any further pushing for now. They need to get that pop at least, just so then they can, you know, secure that lead. But the strike being popped from Tidal Disruption, I'm not sure how this is going back, because Anon is slowly retreating, trying not to take any more risk, grabbing that Rainmaker, trying to get through, but going down to Jose. I think this is a secured win for Xiphias. Probably go. No, never mind. Tidal Disruption challenging once again this entire match, just making sure that they can at least get through and challenge this lead.
Yeah, but with the key jetpack shot right there, that will end things and end hopes for Tidal Disruption to try to even things up. But Xiphias is now up 2-0 in this series. We are potentially looking at a sweep here in the grand finals if things don't look Tidal Disruption's way. They need to make some adjustments here for sure, because Xiphias are just on a roll.
Yeah, as you saw there, that entire match, they were on point. They did not take that last match as, as a joke, like I said before, which you shouldn't really. But now, going into game 4, which may be the last and the final securer for Xiphias, we are going into Undertow Spillway. This map is it's Undertow for sure. That's one thing. But how do you feel about it?
Yeah, a little bit of a correction here. Xiphias is up 2-1. Apologies. But yeah, looking at a map such as Undertow Spillway, you'd like to think that this will favor, at least in the midpoint, more closer range weapons. And I'm very interested to see if Tile Disruption will hold steady with what worked with them previously on Robo ROM-en to really dominate over Xiphias in that match, because so far what Xiphias has shown is they are a well-oiled machine, thick and thin, with whatever weapons they play, because they have made several adjustments here, Axo.
Yeah, obviously, even if that pencil does get picked, it's going to be very crucial to see how they play it out, because there's no glass to essentially support the back lines here. As we see, it's being pods, but with no glass, you need to remember that you are much more exposed to frontliners than you are normally. We're seeing very similar comps, I think the exact same as before, going into this match. Post trying to get that pop, but Xiphias succeeding in the end.
Yeah, the same comp will be had from Xiphias, but Keely on the side of Tidal Disruption, Churi will stay away from that Octobrush and go back to Rapid Blaster, which I think is a good pickup there, because you just work with what worked previously in the previous round in semifinals. We saw how deadly that was in the semifinals matchup, and we saw how well it worked in game 2 of this series, so I think it's a great choice to go back to. But already off rip, we're seeing a pool of yellow already all in mid here. We are seeing them take such a great already early aggression here, because it is do or die time for Tidal Disruption. They need to win this to stay alive, and already they're pushing towards that side here, that left side checkpoint, but the Rainmaker will get taken down by a great shot here by the Dynamo. Will find another before they are taken down, and Jose has been showing how well they've been using Rainmaker, not Rainmaker, Roller throughout this entire series.
Yeah, Jose has been proving how both roles can be very successful throughout this entire set. Obviously, firstly with the Carbon, managing to get that first set done and dusted, but now with the Golden Dynamo, it's been proving even more how much of a viability it can be when trying to take down opponents and get all those splats. As you see right now, Xiphias is trying to make a push, but both teams very close. The 10 to 15 point mark, as you can see here, with both teams just trying to find their way through. But, both Xiphias and Tidal Disruption, they've got very good defense. So they have to keep that in mind if they're trying to, push through each other.
Yeah, and neither team has really taken a sizable lead here. The Jetpack really quickly taken out by the well-placed Tri-Strike here, and we are just seeing a back and forth between well-placed specials between either team, and we are nearing the midpoint of this match, Axo, and neither team has really pushed the Rainmaker far at all, let alone even towards the first checkpoint, which is pretty rare to see nowadays, because both teams have been able to counteract each other really effectively.
Yeah, but you guys have to keep in mind, it's a matter of who can get past each other. But actually, I'm being disproven as we speak. Xiphias going to that first checkpoint and managing to get it before retreating back. That was a very smart push from Xiphias, because now they're even managing to further push, going to the 43 remaining. Tidal Disruption really need to step up their game in order to stay in this set and have a chance of getting that first place. But now they grab the Rainmaker, so they need to make a change. They need to make a shot of getting to that checkpoint first of all.
Yeah, Muffin, I believe, was the player for Xiphias that really saw a golden opportunity to strike and were able to help the rest of the team get such a lead. But now defending that lead is going to be key. Jose will manage to find a trade onto the Rainmaker here, stopping them in their tracks. But Churi, we've seen how well they've done with Rapid Blaster. Will find a pick onto Muffin, continuing to make their presence known. And off of the back of that, they will probably just try to paint a road for the Rainmaker carrier. Jetpack is popped as well. Healy will take down the Dynamo Roller on the side of Xiphias, will try to just keep the members of Xiphias back, but the Rainmaker will get taken down, so momentum lost here. And the members of Tidal Disruption are just falling left, right, and center here off that push.
Yeah, that what initially saw was probably one of the greatest pushes from instantly started falling apart. One by one, they just kept getting splattered by Xiphias. As you see right now, the Rainmaker even pushing back the pencil while popping tactical. He's still really key just to secure and solidify that win for Xiphias. But right now, it's a case of what Tidal Disruption will do in response to try and contest this entire match from set in general. Because remember, they need to win this, otherwise it's over.
Yeah, the Rainmaker taken out in a very key spot here. 30 seconds left. There's probably only one or two more chances left realistically for Tidal Destruction to stay in it, and they need to make those opportunities count here. 20 seconds left. They seem to be just keen on wait. No, they will pick up the Rainmaker eventually here. Cooler now on the backs of them as well. They need to make this push count. They have Tri-Strikes available. They will go out now, and they just need to make sure they don't make any more mistakes, but it is very, very hard to do that. Let's see if they can complete that here. We are heading towards overtime, and now all it takes is for Anand to die, and that will be it for them. They will manage to stay alive there, but they need to head towards that first checkpoint at the very least in order to keep things going here. They are running out of time, and they are just waiting here as the oppressiveness. They will try to go actually on the right side checkpoint here. Members are falling left, right, and center. Time is running near for Tidal disruption, and that will about do it there. One Dynamo swing will end this series here from Jose. Xiphias will win Minnow Cup and will win this series 3-1.
What a set. First of all, Jose's Golden Dynamo performance, especially, that was very key to, I guess, secure the entire victory. Because in all the matches that was played, it was just a clear sweep from them. Apart from that, very match specific. I'm not sure, but you know, Tidal Disruption just couldn't really seem to find their way around Xiphias, because Xiphias had probably one of the best defenses that I've seen. But obviously, as you said before, Minnow 37 will be given to Xiphias. Congratulations.
Yeah, and rounding out our podium top three, Xiphias, you saw one first. Tidal Disruption will take second, and in our third place matchup, Royalty will get the upper hand over the Hybrid family, winning 3-1, and they will be our third place victors. GG's to all of those teams, and GG's to all teams who participated, and what a grand finals, Axo, we just saw.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the greatest grand finals I've seen from, you know, both teams' perspective. Because you got to remember, Tidal Disruption, they played amazingly just to get to this spot, but Xiphias just had the upper hand. So, yeah, that will be Minnow Cup 37. We hope you've enjoyed this entire tournament. We hope you enjoyed every single match you've watched. I'm Axel, I've been joined by Rocket. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in Minnow 38.
Take care.